Hello again, your extraordinary and no doubt sexy subscribers. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hemingway Land YouTube channel. And no, people, your eyes are not deceiving you. You are not hallucinating. It is not a mirage, but rather, in fact, the state flag of Hawaii is staring you in the face. Yes, people, we are finally back in the Aloha state with some new property this week. Properties, plural, going in the next couple weeks, we hope. Up on the website, and perhaps you're wondering, Hemingway, why have you been so lax in your Hawaii listing responsibilities? Well, good question, people. It has been 14 months. 14 months since we listed new property out here. It's been 8 months since we sold out of properties, and I will tell you that in that time, we have tried and come up short in a number of respects in buying land. We've been trying on the other islands to buy property. We've been trying to find property in desirable regions that is not 6 and 7 figures. Those are difficult things to do. Additionally, guys, I will tell you that because of COVID, property values rose dramatically in Hawaii to the point where it is very difficult to try and figure out what you should be reasonably trying to sell these things for, and hence what you should reasonably be trying to buy them for. Blah, blah, blah. Additionally, guys, the big holdup, however, has been photography. The listing going live today, as well as the listings coming up in the weeks ahead, were all purchased basically in about May. And we had, past tense, had a really good photographer. We lost that guy to apparently nonstop weddings in the island. Number one. Number two, we hired a new guy, and then we had to fire the new guy. There's a lot of people, I will quickly say this, there's a lot of people who go on Amazon, buy a drone, and then call themselves professional drone operators. Some go so far as to give themselves lofty titles like professional photographer or professional cinematographer. They are not. They are not. They are yahoos who drive their car to the property, get out, smoke a cigarette, fly the thing over the land once, twice, maybe 3 times, and then send you a bill. There you go. Did my job. Not quite. Not quite. And we've gotten to a place now where we provide PDFs, very detailed PDFs of, here's what I need, a shot of a road, it should look like this, a shot of utilities, something like this, a shot of streets, so on and so forth. And even when you provide that to people, they still come back with, inadequate materials, we will say. The drone shots, you're lucky if they can actually frame the property, much less from multiple angles. Anyway, we got a new guy. We're working with the new guy. Ergo, properties are finally being listed. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I will spare you the rest of the long stories, but there are also some issues with junk cars that we were dealing with. Junk cars, by the way, very easy to get removed in the lower 48. Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado. Very easy to get junk cars removed. Hawaii, not so much. Turns out it's a little harder when you're on an island. Don't get me started, guys. Anyway, with all that said, special thanks to all our valued customers. It's been a little slow. It's been a little hokey poke these last couple weeks, guys. Of course, we are always selling land in Valencia County. Specifically, over the last couple weeks, sold some land to Erica, Glenn, Sean, and Daisy. Daisy, by the way, becomes our first buyer from Taiwan. So special thanks to all those people, including our new international customer, Daisy. In neighboring Torrance County, sold some land to Dominic and James, and in Luna County, in the southern portion of the state, sold some land to, I'm going to guess the pronunciation is Anka. Anka. This is one of the few buyers who I never actually got on the phone, but Anka. Special thanks to Anka. Special thanks to all these delightful people. So, let's get to it, people. We are back this week with some new property in Baboom, Hawaii County, a.k.a. the Big Island. More specifically, people, this new listing is located over here along the east coast of the island in the Puna district, just outside the village of Pahoa. And I know it's been a while, so I'll take a moment to refresh everyone's memory that owning land in this part of the county puts you in very close proximity to a number of great attractions, such as the Kehana Black Sand Beach, the Poihoiki Black Sand Beach, the Punalu'u Beach, the Kalapana Night Markets, the Volcanoes National Park, and about 7 million attractions and activities, all centered around the volcanoes, the ocean, the miles of coastline, and the heavenly climate that this region boasts. Additionally, people, the subject property is about 15 minutes outside Hilo, the population center of the island, where, of course, you can find the International Airport, the big box stores, the University of Hawaii, the Hilo Medical Center, as well as plenty of dining, shopping, nightlife, parks, and even more beaches. And getting back to the property we're offering this week, this one is located in one of the nicer, more developed residential regions in the Puna District, namely the Hawaiian Beaches subdivision, which you can see on the map right here, and which you'll notice backs up to the eastern shoreline and the Pacific Ocean. Meaning, of course, that owning land here will put you within easy walking or bike riding distance of the coast. So, we have sold properties in this area before, and one of the major things I like about this subdivision, aside from the location, are the amenities you find out here and how favorably they impact home and land values in the region. As noted, the property is within a 5-minute drive of Pahoa, so right down the street you've got the Malama Market, the Ace Hardware, the Long's Drugstore, and the Punakai Shopping Center, with even more stores to shop at and restaurants to eat at. Point being, all your grocery and supply needs are right down the road. Additionally, because this subdivision is so ideally located, you've got paved roads out here, as well as all the major utilities servicing the region with power, phone, cable, and internet service up and down every one of those paved roads, all of which, of course, should make it easier to develop the land. Furthermore, this subdivision actually has its own water company, providing service to anyone who builds out here. This, of course, is nice because it means that you won't have to worry about installing a rainwater catchment system like you find in many of the other subdivisions nearby. Additionally, the Hawaiian Beaches subdivision has a couple of parks, most notably this one, located just a few blocks east of the subject property, and this one, the Kaheke Park, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. And, of course, with all these nice features, you'll find the neighboring home sites demonstrate a sort of what we will call pride of ownership, which we do not see in a lot of subs out here. And that, of course, is my way of saying that you actually find some nice homes in this region, well-built, well-maintained, single-family residences, hence the higher property values. Now, it should be noted, people, that one of the remarkable things about this region is that if we go back to the map, the subdivision is actually divided into two separate regions, the one I've been discussing and a sister stub, the Hawaiian Shores Recreation Estates. And the dividing line between the two, from what I can tell, is this Kaheke Boulevard here in sort of the center of the development. Now, the reason I point this out is because of the curious fact that the land on this side of the road has an HOA and the land on this side does not, which, of course, is why we like to buy on this side. What makes it kind of even stranger is that, from what I can tell, you have the same general upkeep, the same general pride of ownership, the same general property values on both sides of that dividing line, and yet one side deals with an HOA dues and covenants and restrictions, and the other side does not. Whatever the case, these are all very nice chunks of land in a respectable, well-maintained, and ideally located neighborhood, which I would argue is perfect for living or investing. And yes, when I say investing, I'm looking at all you people out there with aspirations of passive income through an Airbnb. This lot is, I think, perfect for that. With all that said, next week begins the final 4-week countdown of our last new properties of 2022. And first up next week, we'll have some new land in New Mexico, namely more small dollar lots and some of those parcels free of planning and zoning restrictions, which you guys enjoy so much. Tune in next week to learn more. Until that time, have a great Halloween, people. Get out and vote, and we'll see you back here in next week's video.